Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Riven. In the previous video, we messed about with the infamous rotating room and learned a bit about Gen and his backstory, as well as the backstory of the Age of Riven itself. And we also opened up a couple of doors that were previously locked and turned a couple of steam valves. And I believe one of the steam valves we've turned has given power to this telescope. So let's see if messing with any of these, messing with the button will do anything. Well, we hear something happening, but nothing actually happened. But will turning this lever to the down position make any difference? And the answer is yes, it lowered the telescope slightly. What does that accomplish? I do not know. So it seems that this lever actually redirects the direction of the telescope when we press the button. So we have it up, the telescope goes up, and we have the lever down, the telescope goes down. Simple as that. But we're still not sure what we're supposed to do here. So let's go ahead and get a move on. And actually, before we do, I wonder if that guard's still down there. Hey, he's gone. Where'd he go? Did he manage to wake up and climb back out, or did he drop down into the sea? Actually, that's quite a long drop, isn't it? I don't know. We'll just assume that he awoke and managed to climb back out safely. Anyway, we haven't gone this way yet, so why don't we go ahead and see what's here. Well, there's a door right here, and behind that door we see what appears to be some kind of throne surrounded by a spherical cage. And when we approach that throne, the cage opens by itself. Though I'm not exactly sure how it does that, but let's just go with it. Anyway, we can sit in the throne. There's a button right here which closes the cage. And also, there's what appeared to be a microphone right here. At least I think it's a microphone. And if we pull this lever, it powers something up, but nothing seems to be happening. What's the purpose of this throne? Don't know. And it actually serves no purpose in the game anyway. So, let's just go ahead and stand back up, get a move on. There's a window right here looking out to a set of stairs, and I see a couple of... I'm guessing those are rails of some sort. And there's another window on the other side, which looks out to some kind of a temple. And there's another lever right here, and when we flip it up, it opens up that door. And I wonder if there's a way we can get into that temple. And that sound was just the cage closing back down around that throne. So let's step back outside and head on over this way to another door. Oh, another good attention to detail right there. Sometimes when you open a door, you can actually see like the light and the shadows shooting out. That's actually another detail that was not in the first game. Anyway, it looked like we found that temple that we saw in the previous room, and there's another spherical cage right here with the symbol of Gen inside it. Or actually, no, it's behind this cage. And if we look over here, we see some sort of a creature with a medallion on its head, and couple of bowls of food and some roses. And this creature right here is what's known as a wark. Yeah, W-H-A-R-K. I guess it's like a cross between a whale and a shark. I mean, we have those in real life called whale shark, but I guess Cyan wanted to do their own interpretation of a whale shark hybrid creature. I don't know. But you can see they have these tusks, they got scales, and they have a head that's sort of like the head of a beluga whale. And they do have horizontal tails like whales. And actually, come to think of it, it's actually more of a cross between a whale and a walrus. I don't know. There's another one on the other side with the same stuff in front of it that we see over here in front of the other work. And there is the open door that we've opened up from the throne room. And here's the set of stairs and the rail that we saw from the other window in the throne room. And there is a button right here. And when we press that button, we see what appears to be a maglev car of some sort riding the rails toward this destination. And this maglev will provide us with a way to get to one of the other islands of Riven. So let's go ahead and step inside and flip the controls over to the right to rotate the maglev. And let's flip the lever forward and enjoy the ride. Yeah, there are a couple of different ways that we'll be getting from one island to another, and the maglev being one of them. Oh, that part right there when the maglev pops off the rails right there, that always frightened me. I keep thinking that when the maglev does that, it's gonna fall right down into the ocean. But it won't. It doesn't do that. And believe it or not, the maglevs aren't actually originally part of Riven. They were installed after the age of Riven split apart into the different islands. Because, like I said before in the previous video, Gen's writing of the art is inconsistent, and his poor writing of the art caused the island to split apart on its own. And these maglevs were installed to provide access from one island to another. And we are indeed on another island. We are actually on Village Island, or something like that. And the previous island that we were on, the one we started on, is nicknamed Dome Island, after that giant gold dome that we saw in the previous video. And there's something in the wall over here. It appears to be a wooden eye. And if we touch it, we can rotate it, and not only do we see a symbol on the other side of the eye, but we also hear the sound of a frog croaking. There's the symbol again, and there's the sound again of the croaking frog. I wonder what that could mean. Well, we shall find out soon enough. And also, if we go inside this cave and stand right here, and then turn around, you can see that the entrance of the cave resembles the shape of a frog with the eye in the place where the frog's eye would be. So that's actually a big clue to a puzzle that we will be working on while we're here on this island. And actually, not just on this island, but on another island that we'll be going to later on. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Frog, eye with that symbol on it. And over here, near the end, we have a button right here, which is used to call the maglev to this island if it's not here yet. And another fork in the road. We can go left or right. Let's go left first. And, oh, what do we have here? I spy a couple of animals resting on that rock. Basking in the sun, perhaps. Well, let's see if we can get a closer look of these creatures. Yeah, if you approach them too quickly, they'll actually get scared and swim off. However, if you wait until the animation's done and take another step forward, you can actually approach these creatures without scaring them off. Gotta wait for that guy to stop flapping his flippers. Okay, take another step forward. Oh! And they go off anyway. Well, damn. I was hoping to approach those creatures without scaring them off, but nope, I failed. Anyway, what those creatures are called, they're called Sunners, and they actually give off a distinct noise if you happen to get up close to them without scaring them off. But unfortunately, I did happen to scare them off, so we're going to have to see if they will come back later and see if we can get that sound that I'm referring to from them. And if we go over here, we find another eyeball right here in the rock, with another one of those symbols behind it, and we hear the sound of another animal. And actually, that symbol on the back of the eye, it looks just like the symbol that's in the center of Gen's symbol. Now you're probably wondering what those different symbols mean. Well, like I said, you shall know in due time. And also, if we take a step back, you'll notice the rock formation very closely resembles the shape of a wark. And again, with the eye in the exact place where the eye would be. And yeah, the sound that we were hearing right there is indeed the sound of a wark. So we got an eyeball that gives off the sound of a frog when we mess with it. And we got this eye right here, which gives off the sound of a wark when we mess with it. I wonder if those two things are related. Well, actually they are. Because like I said, there is a puzzle that involves those wooden eyeballs that we will be solving later on. Oh. And there's a guard up ahead in that watchtower setting off an alarm, letting the villagers know that we're here. Yep, we've been spotted. I guess our presence became known when we linked upon Riven, and that guard at the beginning took the prison book from us. Anyway, well, you can see the village right here, and a lake over to the right. And if we step down, we come across this little, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but there's another eyeball right here, with another symbol, and the sound of a beetle buzzing. And as a matter of fact, there is a valve right here, and if we turn it, we can actually fill part of this area up with water. And what do you know? The water formed the shape of a beetle. And yet again, the eye is in the exact spot where the eye would be on the beetle. So frog, frog, wark, beetle. That's three animals, three eyeballs, with three different symbols on their backside. Something to keep in mind for later on. And over this way, we come across a ladder leading to the water. Actually, wait a second. Is there a hole in the water? Because that right there looks dry, and I can actually see the outline of the hole in the water. How is there a hole in the water? In fact, come to think of it, there's a few holes in the water. There's one right there, there's one over there, a couple more over here to the right. That's interesting. How are there all these holes in the water? Not sure. And there's another one right there, too. Well, there's nothing we can do here, so let's go ahead and head on back. And I guess we could go ahead and take the right path now. And those sunners are gone. Yeah. Oh well. So what do we have over here? Well, I see some more branching paths and a bunch of tree stumps. And I would assume that these trees were cut down for the bookmaking process, because we saw that one mural in the rotating room, the process of bookmaking, where the trees are cut down and they're put in this wood chipper, and there's a pressure cooker and all that. So let's see, which way shall we go? Why don't we go... Let's go to that door first. Ooh! And look right there, I see a beetle walking up on this post. And we can actually get a close-up of the beetle right here. And actually, that beetle looks a lot like the beetles that we saw in the rotating room, the one that had those stained glass murals. And if I wave my cursor over the beetle, it flies off. And it gave off the same exact sound as that eyeball that was in the that was nearby that lake. Anyway, what do we have behind this door? Well, we are inside what appears to be a forest. Quite peaceful, actually. And over here, there's another one of these giant daggers, and there's a ravine under it. And if we walk down into this ravine, there is another eyeball with another symbol and another animal noise, and that is the noise of the sunner. Yeah, the creature that we saw basking on the rock a while back that swam off. Yeah, if you get close enough to the sunner without scaring them off, this would be the exact sound that they would be making. Hopefully I can confirm that later on. Not in this video, though, because obviously they're gone. And there's another dagger right there with a fire marble inside the handle. Interesting. And also, yeah, I said that the sound that this eyeball makes is the sound of the sunner. However, as far as I'm aware of, there is no way to see the shape of a sunner with the eyeball in the place where the sunner's eye would be. So we pretty much have to guess what the animal is, but I already know what the animal is. Like I said, it's the sunner. And another fork in the road, left or right. Let's go right this time. And see what we have here. And what we have here is what appears to be a work totem of some sort. Pretty interesting work of art. And a couple of lamps here. And believe it or not, if we click on this lamp right here... Oh my god, his mouth has opened. That's actually quite terrifying. But, yeah, there's actually a secret switch right there which will open up the mouth of this work totem. And there are stairs in there, so we can actually go inside. And there's another button right here for a maglev car of some kind. But there's no maglev car here anyway, so why is there a maglev call button right here? I don't know. Anyway, there's a lever right here to flip up, which will close up the work's mouth. And this is actually an elevator, which will take us up to another level of the forest with some walkways. And over here we have some kind of a rotating dome. Not quite like the giant dome that we saw over on Dome Island, because this one's much smaller and it rotates, of course. What's the purpose of this dome? We don't know yet. And there's another watchtower right there. And there's a little room right here. And inside this room is another throne that appeared to be made of the skull of a wark. Yeah, this is a wark skull right there. You can see the tusks protruding from it. And if we sit on the throne, we got these two levers to mess with. If we pull the left lever, it will raise us up to the top of this room. And provide us with a lovely view of the village, as well as the lake itself. And you can clearly see the holes in the water. And what did the second lever do? It closes the door to this thing right here, which appeared to be some kind of a gallows, I guess? Not sure what that will accomplish. Well, actually, I do know what that accomplished, but since we closed it now, it'll save us a lot of time later on for when we get around to doing some more business at this lake. But for right now, let's go ahead and lower the throne back to its original spot. And see what else there is to explore here on this island. And actually, there is a second walkway over here. And if we go over this way, we come across some sort of a telescope of some kind with a button on top of it. And if we press it, nothing happened. But if we press it repeatedly until we get the one symbol on the dome. Yeah, there's one symbol on the dome that's colored gold. And I think I just got it. And indeed I did, and that's not only stops the rotation of the dome, but it also opens it. Interesting. What's inside the dome? It appears to be what looked like a Lincoln book inside this dome through the window, but there's also some sort of a combination combination lock right here. And just like I said before, some of the puzzles in this game are randomized, so I actually don't know what the combination is to open this back up again, so we're going to have to leave this dome alone for now and come back later. But for right now, let's go ahead and lower the elevator back down and step on back out of the wart's mouth and continue our explorations. But we shall do that next time on this Let's Play of Riven. So see you guys next time.